Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brooke, welcome or welcome back. And today we're going to be doing something that's a little bit different than what my recent videos have been. And that's because we're playing with makeup today. And as you can see, we have a bare face on. We are ready to test, swatch, play, do all the things. Before I show you guys what we're playing with today, I'm going to do a little bit of some backstory. If you guys have been living under a rock, you should know who Jaclyn Hill is, but if you don't, look her up. She is a YouTuber. She is a makeup guru. She is amazing. She's very controversial with a lot of things. There was controversies with her makeup line, herself, her and her ex-boyfriend, like lots of controversies. Some people don't like her, other people love her. I have been a Jaclyn stan for a very long time now, and I have had many of her products. The first one I purchased on launch day was this Jaclyn Hill palette, and this was the collab she did with Becca. I don't even know what year, maybe I'll put it on the screen if I research it, but that's when she came out with Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop, which you see I burned through, and then those colors didn't really touch anything besides Champagne Pop. And then she did what broke the internet for a hot second, which was the original Jaclyn Hill palette. This thing was all over everywhere. Like, it was the palette. Like, this was before James. Like, this was the it thing before the James Charles palette. And as you can see, I have the original packaging. I got it the very first launch. She changed the packaging a lot since then, because mine doesn't even have like the color names on the back, which I know some of the newer ones do. This is the color story on the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and we got our neutrals, some little pops of color. Really great for everyday wear. Everyone lost their mind for the top 3 rows basically. Then the next thing that she launched, I don't know if it was the exact next thing she launched, but like one of the next things she launched was the Vault collection. And this was her next big project with Morphe. It's 4 smaller palettes. Once again, I bought this on launch day. I bought all these things on launch day. These smaller palettes, they came with mirrors and color stories that look somewhat like this. Everyone lost their mind in a bad way for this one because the quality was not that great, and people say that a lot of things were patchy, they wouldn't blend right. So she kind of took an up and down turn, and this one was a down. And also, I just want to show this palette. This one was the Rain the Alarm. And also, another side note, not trying to trash her, we love her, but like this packaging rubs off. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the silver color part, like rubs off the packaging, which is kind of weird. But this color story, just take a good look at it, because Jaclyn did something else and she came back with Morphe and she launched the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2. And this palette is so gorgeous. I just got it the other day and I've been really excited to play with it. I haven't swatched or touched it yet, but I have opened it up and like looked at it in person. And this is what the back of it looks like. And this color story, I feel like, is definitely more of like Jaclyn nowadays. Like, she's bold, she loves her smoky eyes, she loves this, she loves, like, to me it just screams like Jaclyn. Here is the palette itself. It says Jaclyn Hill volume 2. Very nice packaging. Like, I must say the packaging feels really super nice, and it's just really pretty. The back is just sleek white. So once again, this one doesn't have a mirror, and it says, to all my loving subscribers who have supported me all these years, this one's for you. Volume 2. Here is the colors. Like, look at them. Oh my god, the internet, well, I have been losing my mind over these. The internet has been losing their mind over these. These colors are gorgeous. But also, like the palette I just showed you, kind of look a little bit similar. So there is a little bit of a controversy with that. Wow, this palette is really, really, really stunning, especially in person. Everything looks so vivid and bright. And I feel like I haven't really seen a lot of these purples really before. Like, I feel like purple is something people hide away from, which also is kind of like a funny time because Jeffree also just launched Bloodlust, which is like a purple theme, but honestly he didn't really have very many purple eyeshadows in Bloodlust. Today I thought I would sit down with you guys and test some of these shadows out. I'm gonna do my base off camera and then come back and we're just gonna play with the eyeshadow, or else we would be here for literally like an hour. This video would be so long. I'm already 8 minutes in on my camera right now before I edit it, and I feel like I've been talking for ages. I'm so excited to play with this, and yeah, okay, I'm gonna go put my base on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back and I officially look a little bit crazy. We have the face and the brows on, and the brows look like a lot when I have nothing else going on because my eyes are still bare. But now it's time to jump in to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I think I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit more. Okay, so this ankle like is a little weird, but I think this is what we're gonna be working with because I have a mirror right next to me right there, so I can see myself and you guys can see kind of what I'm doing. I think that I want to play with some of the red colors, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. Okay, the first dip I'm gonna make into the palette is gonna be this red shade right here, and it's called Living My Best. It has a little slight glitter, it looks like. Oh my god, she is pigmented, like so pigmented. I'm very scared. I don't know how this is gonna go. Okay, not bad. And I'm using a Morphe brush to apply this so that I don't get fallout under my eyes. I'm gonna actually bake a little bit in case there's a lot of fallout. So I applied my bake so that if there's a ton of fallout, it won't be too bad. But I'm gonna take a little bit more of the Living My Best and I'm gonna just keep building that. Wow, that's like really pretty. I'm gonna take the red pinkish color that's right next to it. I'm gonna take that color right there. It's called Heart On, and I'm gonna just pop that a little bit in my crease. I'm then gonna grab My Man, which is that color right there. So we're gonna put My Man right on my lid. Wow, that color is really pretty. I think I'm gonna try to add a little bit of Tipsy Girl, which is this shade right here, like in my inner corner. Wow, this is a really vibrant color right here. And I'm also just gonna kind of buff that into my crease. I really love the My Man, which is right in the middle of my lid there. Like, I really, really love that color. And in case anyone was wondering, there's really not too much fallout happening in the pan. Just a little bit around My Man, which I've been going into like kind of a lot. But it's really not like too much fallout at all. I think I want to darken or at least make pop the outer corner again. I'm going to try Dance Party, which is this color right here. And we're going to try to deepen it a little bit. Wow, that's like really pretty. Also, I don't know, I can't tell if I'm in focus or not, and I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I kind of just for shits and giggles, I kind of just want to put No Joke, which is this vibrant yellow shade on the middle, on top of the My Man color. So I think we're going to try to do that. Now I'm going back in with My Man right on top of that. And then I'm gonna take the white shade, which is called Certified. It's this just white shade, creamy kind of white shade. And I'm gonna put that on top to kind of blend my edges in, which actually worked really nicely. So this is kind of what the eye is looking like. Really fun, really vibrant. I kind of want to try a different look on this eye, so I think I might do that. I'm gonna wipe off my bake before I do the under eye, so right now we're just gonna jump to this side. For this side, I want to play with the purples, so I'm gonna do Not My Journey, which is this purple right there, and we're gonna do that on the outer corner. Wow, that purple is going on really nicely. I also watched Nikki Tutorial's video talking about the Jaclyn Hill palette, this one right here, and she said that purples were really hard to formulate, so I was really like intrigued on to see how the purples will perform, and oh my god, they are performing beautifully. And then I'm gonna take Therapy Sesh, which is that one right there if you guys couldn't see, and I'm gonna put that in the inner side of my eye. Wow, this is really pretty. I love this color so much. It's so pretty. And then I'm gonna take A Moment, which is what the shade is called. It's called A Moment, which is this sparkly one right there. And I'm gonna put that right in the center. And all of these shadows I'm using on a dry eyelid. I put the Urban Decay Primer Potion down before I put my foundation down, and then I set everything with powder. So this is how they're performing on my eyelids after already being dry. And then I'm gonna use Lolly Mama, which is the one my finger is pointing to, that one right there. And I'm gonna kind of put that in my crease to try to blend all of these shades out. Okay, if you really can't tell that much, but the purple side is definitely giving me more fallout, but I feel like I also haven't been tapping off my brush as much. So is that user error or is that just the shadows? I don't really know. I'm gonna go back in with Certified, which is the white shade, and just try to blend out my edges a little bit. And I must say, the one thing is that these purples do have a lot of fallout. Like, look at my face right there. They are a little bit harder to work with, but that also just could be user error. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I don't do my makeup too often, especially these types of looks. Okay, so I think we're gonna call these like completed. I didn't do the under part yet, but I'm gonna wipe off my bake and like go back in and go under. Okay, so some pigment did land on my nose and get on my nose, but also if you do your makeup first, then you guys won't run into these problems. I mean your eyes first, but I need to do my face makeup first. I can't be one of those gals who do their eyes first. I just can't do it. Okay, for the lash line, for the left side, I think I'm gonna do the No Joke, which is the yellow shade underneath my lash line as a fun pop of color. And then for the purple side, I think I'm gonna do Tipsy Girl, which is the bright pink shade that I used on the inside there. Wow, my dark circles or my under eye bags are really coming to play with this angle. And then for both inner corners, I'm gonna do this shade right here. It's called I'm In It, and we're gonna put that right on the inner corners. Okay, so here we have the finished eye looks up close before the lashes and everything get put on. So now I'm gonna pop on some lashes, finish my face makeup, and I will show you guys like all like glam together. Okay, so here is the finished look. We have the palette on. Also, I don't really have a great lip color and the application is not good. Like, oh, she's rough, don't look at her, but the eyes came out really pretty. I popped on my Kiss lashes in the style Muse. And just like this is what we're working with. So thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video, and I hope you liked to see my thoughts on the Jaclyn Hill palette. And basically, I say I'm here for it. It did a really good job performing on the eyes. I think it really packed a punch and just did a really nice job, and it blended pretty well. A little bit of fallout, nothing too major. It's only $39 for 35 shades, but if you use one of the codes, which I mentioned in another video, I don't know if it's up yet, but if you use code James or Jack Attack, then you get 10% off. So then it comes to like $35 for 35 shades, which is cheap. That was pretty much the only thing I have to say about it, and I'm gonna maybe do some more looks with this, maybe try a natural look with this palette because I did it crazy, obviously. Final thoughts on the palette though, it was definitely super blendable, super pigmented, like crazy pigmented. Went on beautifully, and I didn't use any concealer or anything to have any colors stick, and it really just like it did that, like it went there. So if you guys are looking for a new colorful palette, especially for the summer, I think it'd be really cute. Definitely go check it out. Morphe.com, you know what to do. If you guys want to see what I'm doing in my everyday life, make sure you follow me on my Instagram at EdmondsB, and like, subscribe, and I try to put out a new video about once a week, so no promises, but I'm trying. So check back on the weekends for maybe a new video. You never know. I do have a few things pre-filmed that I'm trying to get up for you guys. Editing does take a while. I don't know if you guys know that, but it does definitely pack a punch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video soon. Peace.